This is the Feldenkrais podcast, and we'll be doing a Feldenkrais lesson on our backs today. So please begin lying on your back on the floor. Find a comfortable place to rest on your back. Either your legs are long, or bend both knees and stand your feet on the floor. And spend a few moments just noticing the contact you make and how your weight is distributed on the floor here. How do you take up space as you lie here? Notice that. Please interlace your hands so the fingers are interlaced, and place your interlaced hands behind your head so that your head is resting in the palms of your hands. Orient the two elbows toward each other so that you really let the arms support the head. The elbows are in front of your face as if to touch each other. And feel that if the arms are in front of you, that as you lift the head, feel that the neck does nothing. See how you can lift the head without straining in the neck or working in the neck. So really study this idea of just letting parts of you fold as you just explore how the head lifts using the arms. So let the arms lift the head, and then let the head lower back down. But each time you lift the head, both elbows are oriented toward the ceiling, toward each other, and you use the arms to lift the head. And many times lift the head using the arms. The head supported with the interlaced hands behind the head, and the elbows are in front of the face. And you'll notice the chest bending each time you lift the head. And then you lower the head. So many times lift the head so the arms and the shoulders do the work. Very gently, and it can be a tiny movement. It can be very gentle, very small, and really just explore this idea of doing nothing in the neck, really finding out how to let the arms do the work so the chest bends and the neck is easy and free. Take a rest from that and undo your hands, rest on your back. Rest your arms at your sides and just listen to how you make contact with the floor now. Is there some difference in how you lie here? Once again, bend your knees, stand your feet, interlace your fingers behind your head. Place your interlaced fingers behind your head. Carry both elbows in front of your face so that the elbows are oriented toward the ceiling and the arms can carry the head. A few times, lift the head using the arms. And as you do that, think about, or actually do it, lift the legs. Your knees are bent, your feet are standing. So begin to think about lifting the feet, lifting the legs a bit as you use the arms to lift the head. So the elbows, the arms, lift the head, and at the same time think about the legs lifting also, and feel, what does that create? What happens in your middle area as you lift the legs a bit, as you carry the head forward using the arms? Do what's easy and really comfortable with this. And maybe you're imagining lifting the feet rather than actually lifting the feet. Just test it out, see what it feels like. And then rest on your back. Take a break. Bend both knees, stand both feet. Take your right arm behind your head And with your left hand, the palm of your left hand right below your right kneecap, place the hand below the kneecap so you're holding the right leg with the left hand, and your right hand is behind your head. So you're using the right hand to support the head. Go ahead and lift the head and bring the knee toward the elbow and the elbow toward the knee just a little bit without touching. So without touching, bring them a little bit toward each other and then move a bit apart. So just take the knee and the elbow toward each other and separate them. And just a few times, take the elbow toward the knee and the knee toward the elbow. And just find out how to do this comfortably, easily, effortlessly, softly, and then separate the knee from the elbow and the elbow from the knee, and then bring them toward each other without touching many times. So the right knee moves toward the right elbow, and the right elbow and the right knee move apart from each other without ever touching. And as this becomes simpler and easier not to touch the elbow or knee, take the movement into rolling a bit to the right. So roll a bit to the right as you bring the knee toward the elbow and the elbow toward the knee without touching, and come back toward the back. So you're rolling toward the right, and the knee and elbow move toward each other without touching, and then they move apart from each other toward the back. So you're rolling toward the right side a bit as you think about the elbow and knee, the right elbow and knee coming toward and apart from each other. Just see how this can get easier and simpler and lighter and smoother, and just sense that contact that the back makes and the shifting contact on the floor as you're rolling toward the right, bringing the right knee toward the elbow and the elbow toward the knee. Now change over your hands so that place your left hand behind the head and your right hand below your right kneecap. So the right hand is below the right kneecap, the left hand is supporting the back of the head. And like this, bring the right knee toward the left elbow and move apart, and bring the elbow toward the knee and the knee toward the elbow. Very gently, without touching, without striving to touch. Just see what's easy, what's simple. It's quite different having just changed the hands. It's still the right knee, but now it's the right hand holding the knee and the left hand is holding the head. Bring the left elbow toward the right knee many times and separate it. The elbows oriented toward the ceiling. And you bring the knee toward the elbow and separate the knee and the elbow. And see how this affects the breathing. When do you inhale? When do you exhale? See if you can sense what makes folding like this a little bit easier. Is it easier to fold as you inhale? Or does exhaling help the folding? So you feel how you're folding and you're bringing the left elbow toward the right knee many times and taking them apart. And then play with the idea of, as the elbow and knee move toward each other, rolling toward the right and then coming back toward the back, and many times rolling toward the right as the left elbow and right knee approach, and then coming back onto your back as they separate. So many times explore this without rushing, without any intention to touch. It's not permitted to touch, actually. Play with just the direction of the knee toward the elbow and the elbow toward the knee. And what happens to the ability as you're rolling toward the right? Does it change the ability to bring the knee toward the elbow and the elbow toward the knee? So many times explore that the whole time. The head is supported by the hand, by the arm. See if it can be easier and lighter. And you're adding this slight rolling to the right, very gently rolling to the right and coming back. Then again, change over the hands again so that now you have, once again, your left hand holding your right knee and your right hand holding the back of the head. And like this, go ahead and bring the elbow toward the knee and the knee toward the elbow, and sense if this has changed in some way. All right, has this improved a bit? Is it a little softer or easier? Still, there's no, you're not touching, but you're moving toward the elbow toward the knee toward the elbow without touching. And now, as you bring the elbow toward the knee and the knee toward the elbow, go ahead and roll toward the left. So begin rolling toward the left. Roll toward the left. As you bring the right elbow toward the left knee, and the left knee toward the right elbow. And feel how the weight shifts across the back. And it might be a tiny, tiny movement, but just explore the shifting the weight toward the left as the right knee comes toward the right elbow, and coming onto your back again many times, listening and feeling and sensing how to make this easier. Rest on your back. Take a break. Leave it alone and notice how you fit on the floor now. Is there some difference in sensation as you lie here between the right side and the left side? Sense the contact of the right side compared to the contact of the left side. Is one side larger or heavier or lighter? See if you notice a difference. And once again, bend both knees, stand both feet. Take your left hand below your right knee, below the right kneecap, and have the right hand holding, supporting the head. And like this, use the right arm to lift the head, and the left hand to lift the right knee. Bring the knee and the elbow toward each other and apart. Take the elbow and the knee toward each other. Take them apart. Add rolling toward the left as the elbow and knee approach each other. You're not touching, but you're approaching. You're moving toward each other and moving apart as you're rolling to the left and listening to what that's like. How to make that easier, how to make it simpler, maybe lighter, slower. So there's no rush and you're looking for a fluid movement, a smooth rolling action. Switch your hands and now have the left hand supporting the back of the head and the right hand below the right kneecap. So we're doing everything with this right leg. Bring the right knee toward the left elbow and apart. Many times just take the knee toward the elbow and the elbow toward the knee without touching. And just see, how is this coming along? Is this getting any easier? Is this ability to fold changing? So without touching, is it getting smoother or lighter in some way? And then at a certain point, play with, as the elbow and knee approach, begin to roll toward the left and then come back. So you roll toward the left as you bring the right knee toward the left elbow, and then you come toward your back again. So you're rolling toward the left and coming back to the middle many times. And just feel that rolling. And the rolling may be just a tiny bit, or it may be a little more. In any case, you never come onto the side. You're just rolling a bit and coming back. And really playing with shifting the weight across the back. Bringing the elbow and knee toward each other as you shift the weight toward the left. And finding ways for this to be easy as you figure out how to breathe to improve the folding and to improve the smooth excursion toward the left. Leave it alone and rest on your back. Bend both knees, stand both feet. Come back to interlacing the fingers behind the head. With the interlaced fingers behind the head, bring both elbows toward each other so that you can use the arms to carry the head forward. Go ahead and lift the legs as you lift the elbows. So the elbows and knees come toward each other and apart. So lift the legs as you bring the elbows and lift the head and bring the elbows forward a bit. And just see, has this improved? Is this a little lighter? Is it a little easier to do? Is it clearer in some way? Notice the difference. And leave it alone and rest. So we've done all of this on the one side using just the right knee. And so the next time you go through this lesson, you do the same thing, but you'll hold on to the left leg. So every time it says right leg, it'll be the left leg. So you'll be holding the left knee with the right hand or with the left hand. And this way you can do the two sides, but experience what it's like just having done the one side right now. Notice how you lie on the floor now. Can you feel, is there some difference in how the two sides of you lie on the floor? And when you're ready, roll to your side, come to sitting. What do you notice about yourself in sitting? Pay attention to that. Is there something in your breathing that's different that you can notice? Observe that as well. And when you're ready, bring it up to standing. And observe in standing, is there some difference you can discern from one side to the other side? And take it for a walk. You can end here, or you can go back to the beginning and do the other side immediately. Or you can just enjoy this, and the next time you do it, you can do the left side only. It's up to you. So take this for a walk, enjoy it, and thank you.